Don't worry. It's just a teleport.
Where am I? Where am I?
It was me, Jonah. Do you hear, Star? Jonah.
The woman, sitting on a metal bench, slowly sits up and takes in the room as her sight becomes clearer. It was a white, round room with walls rusted at the edges. On the opposite side of the room, there was a counter with lots of pieces of equipment on it. In the center of the room was a round pit, leaking a strange green, oily substance. That's when she took in the face of the person nearby.
Jonah? My brother Jonah?
Yes.
Wow! I can't believe it!
Probably not a good idea to stand up so quickly when you just got teleported.
You always said you wanted to grow out your beard, but always came up with the excuse you couldn't have one. Guess this place has proven you wrong. So, where are we? Where's Sarah?
We are, so Star, who's your friend?
Star separated herself from her brother and turned to see someone who was with her on the metal bench. An old man.
I'm not sure.
The teleport. It scrambles your memory a bit. That's a common symptom. We have had many people come by teleport and not be able to remember for a few hours. Now, you got lucky being teleported in this room. We had many people teleport in other areas of the base. Horrible areas. Anyways, a good trick to start remembering is to say whatever comes into your mind first. Any names, words, all are useful. It's your mind telling you what it knows.
Wait. I think his name might be... Yes! Oliver! Oliver, wake up!
Huh? Oliver? Where are you? Who said they saw Oliver?
You're not Oliver?
No! He's my son!
Well, who are you then?
You can't remember?
Yes. Strange.
You got teleported to this place. It scrambles your memory a bit.
Damn teleporters. So then, what's with the heat? It's so damn hot in here. I am bloody sweating my...
Okay, what is that noise?
Just pressure on the outside of the base.
Pressure? Base?
Are we in space?
We better not be. My memory may be shot, but I know I hate that place.
What's over there?
What? Through the door? Nothing. It's nothing.
Doesn't sound like nothing.
Agreed.
Star went up to the door. Jonah ran past her, standing in Star's way of the locking wheel.
Wait, don't go over there.
Why not?
Come on. Tell us why.
Remember how I said that you were lucky to teleport in this room and not any other area of the base?
Yes.
The people that teleport in other areas of the base, they aren't the same. They aren't them.
In what way?
They hear things. Things that make them insane. They kill themselves.
So why don't you want us to go out there?
The people who are insane, they try to kill us. Normal people too. Saying that they will prevent us hearing the noises before we go insane. Not only that, if you go out there, you can go insane too.
Rubbish!
Please, Jonah, let us open the door. Just for a second so we can see what's out there.
No.
Please?
We can't. There's someone, a crazy someone out there. They'll kill us if we let them in.
If there's someone out there, we should help them.
What is this?
Ugh! My head told you. We need to get them out of here.
No! Help us! Please!
I have been through so much in my life that this is something else. So much pain and torture and upset. I understand now. I understand what Oliver was saying.
What? You met Oliver? You met my son?
Your son? Yes, we did. Please, let us in so we can tell you about him.
No, you aren't coming in here. Out. Both of you, out.
We are the best shot you have of getting out of here and stopping any more people from being killed. Do you really want to throw that opportunity away?
Why won't it stop? Why won't it stop?
Come in, quick.
What are you doing? They'll kill us.
Someone, help me bring him into the room.
The old man grabbed one of the boy's arms. The woman grabbed the other. They dragged the boy in. Star noticed something on the other side of the door, down the unlit corridor. A strange, dull light coming from the wall. She stepped out. No one noticed.
No, stop! Old guy, what are you doing?
They know my son! They know my son!
The noises have to stop. They have to stop. Or we take having to regenerate 100 times over this.
Think happy thoughts, like when you were at the academy.
Most of my time at that stupid academy was filled with depression.
Don't you realize that boy could kill us?
I will take that risk! Any parent would!
Star, you have to understand my side of it, right? Star? Star!
He noticed Star was standing outside the room, staring out of a window that showed outside of the base. They were deep underwater. Star looked at all the colors of the coral reef in shock. Jonah, after hesitation, left the room and ran up to Star.
We are...
Yes, I know, come on.
But how? How are we... those noises. What are those noises?
Come on!
No, you didn't tell me where we were. Then you didn't tell me where our sister was. Where is Sarah? Where is... Damn, those sounds. What is that?
You have to come inside.
Tell me where Sarah is.
She's on the base somewhere, I don't know where. She went to fix the power down here. She never came back.
So she could be...
Yes.
What are those sounds? The pain and the suffering. What is it? Where is it coming from?
Come on, we have to get you inside. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm... What were those noises?
You can't hear them anymore, right?
No, what was it? It was so horrible.
Tell me, where did you see my son?
Shush! Oh, this is bad. Really, really bad. Stop. Please stop.
We need to get them out of here. They're going to kill us.
Stop. The noises. They have to stop.
Star got up and went over to the pair. She kneeled down to the boy who was writhing around on the floor in pain. She noticed something slip out of his pocket, a small black box. Star picks it up and tucks it into her pocket.
Where is my son?
Please, just give us a little bit of time. We need to get him calmed down first. Happy thoughts.
But this is my son we are talking about.
Oh, shut up.
What are both of your names? Can you tell us about what's happening? About these noises?
We can only tell you as much as we know, which isn't much. I'm Ray, and this is...
I am the doctor. Please, you have to stop them. Stop the noises, please. Stop the noises, please. Stop them. They're getting worse.
Doctor! Listen to me. You're okay. Hey, why don't you tell everyone about that time you had at the academy? The one where you were telling me about earlier.
Shut it, Ray. You keep repeating and... this is bad. Really bad.
Doctor, tell them.
How is that going to help him?
If he thinks of happy thoughts, it can temporarily block out these noises. He worked that one out on the way here.
Oh, fine. My friend and I, we skipped class, went to the Nova Hills. Beautiful place on my home world. The flowers produce a type of luminescent pollen that rises up and creates a look of beautiful stars. Me and him, we used to stare at them and thought, it's gone. The noises.
Great! It worked!
No, I don't think you quite understand. They're very literally gone. Usually when I think of something good, the noises just dull down a little. Not completely disappear.
Are you sure there's no noises?
Nothing. Question is, where did...
You okay?
Sorry, yes. Thought I felt a bump under the floor. As I was saying, where did the noises go?
Well, the minute you start acting like a crazy person, you're being chucked out.
Fair enough.
Is there any way you can turn down the heat in here? It's sweltering. It should be freezing with us at the bottom of the ocean.
I asked the exact same question!
No, just deal with it.
Well, thank you anyway for letting us in. We thought everyone had died.
So would we. You two should be.
Everyone looks at Jonah surprised. He walks over to a shovel and starts shoveling the liquid that came out of the hole in the center of the room.
What are your names? I like to know the names of those I thank. I was in a really bad spot there, and you helped Ray and I.
I don't know.
What? How can you...
You got teleported here. Messes with your memory a tad.
Teleport? Can we use that to get out of here?
We tried that. Sarah, Oliver, and I, as well as all the others in the base. Sarah found it was a one-way teleport, which means we need access to the teleporter to leave here. That thing is in the government building. Not a very good teleport either. It makes people land in the most random places.
I can think of another machine that does that quite often.
Tell me, who was the second president of New London?
What?
President Blueson. The first was President Kalaki. Good friend of mine.
Person who discovered teleportation?
2 people. Harold Jonason and... Ray.
Claire... Kindred?
Very good.
So, you two didn't come here on teleport. You don't seem to have forgotten anything.
No. We came here on our ship. The same ship that will get everyone out of here.
That's why we said we could get you out of here.
So your ship can go through walls. I can hardly believe that.
Well, it can. So, how about you two? What are your names?
I'm Star. This is my brother Jonah.
Hey.
Star. You know, I knew a horse called Star. Very friendly. I almost got to ride her, but...
Doctor! No!
Oh, was that rude? Sorry. Right, well, good to meet you all. Now, does anyone know what this place is?
It supplies New London with fuel used for power.
We're in New London. When? Where?
Couldn't say where, and sorry, I don't understand what you mean by when.
Just tell me the year.
Well, the year is 5792. Have you forgotten? Maybe you did go through the teleporter.
My year? The year I met the Doctor. Brilliant! The TARDIS landed in the right time, Doctor!
TARDIS?
I'm surprised. So, you dug up the oil in the centre of the room to be burnt and used for fuel. Hang on. This place is an underwater oil seep. I love myself a good old oil seep.
But that's impossible. All governments of New Earth vowed to never use fossil fuels after what happened to Earth. After what happened to our ancestors.
It's not impossible to lie, Ray. I may have forgotten most of what I know, but I sure as hell know that President Blueson is going against everyone for personal gain and lying through her teeth to do it.
Jonah shoveled the oil onto a pad on the counter. A second later, there was a flash of light and the oil was gone. The doctor stood up, mesmerized.
A teleporter!
No. I know what you are thinking. It's not a viable way out of here. It's a TO-34. It can only carry non-sentient items, objects only.
Is there any way that can be changed?
No. Teleporters around this time are sensitive. Too sensitive to mess around with. If I manage to make it so that it teleports us alive, there'll be other problems. A common one being that we would become one big...
Okay! I have heard enough!
I'm starting to remember bits and pieces. I know that I was convinced that Blueson was the one making my brother Jonah and my sister Sarah go missing.
Sarah? Hang on. Jonah, I have something for you.
Ray reached into her bag and brought out a piece of paper. She got up and went over to Jonah. She handed Jonah the paper. He opened it and began to read as Ray went back to the metal bench and sat on it.
What is it? What is that?
It's nothing. It's nothing, Star.
Ray, tell me.
It was for him. Even I haven't read it, no matter how much I wanted to.
So you saw Sarah? Was she okay?
Sarah? Now, was that the one that was...
Yes, Doctor. Yes.
Tell me, was she okay?
Hang on! I asked about my son first! Doctor, you and your friend said you saw him! Where is he?
Who, sorry?
Oliver? His son?
Oh. Right. Yes. Him.
Well,
How about how you two got here? That's what I want to know. Maybe we can get out the same way you got in.
Well,
Doctor?
Sorry. Thought I felt something again. Anyway, I'm here to explain everything. Jonah wants to know how we got here, Star wants to know about her sister, and Oldie wants to know about his son.
Well, Doctor, if you explain everything, make it short.
I'll try. I'll most certainly try.
The Doctor, Mark, and Ray lay on a beach, their backs against the side of the TARDIS, watching the tide come in and out. The Doctor was looking at a key on a necklace.
How could I forget the first face this face saw? It's almost impossible for a Time Lord to do.
What was that?
What? Me? Oh, nothing. Nothing.
You sure?
Can be more sure.
So, this is the beach of New London?
That's right. This is a time when humans were still on Earth and where the history of this planet was never recorded. No one knew about the life that lived here, the habitats that were created. Nothing. Me, you, and Mark are the first to discover everything.
But doesn't New Earth have animals similar to that of Earth?
Earth's animals were brought over by humans because humans knew how they worked. It was a lot safer. So when they came here, those animals then took over, killing the native species of this planet like grey squirrels did to red squirrels.
Grey what?
Squirrels, you know, those rat-looking things with super fluffy tails? No, must have gone extinct. And you pigeons were looking at them a bit suspiciously. They were planning something this entire time. I need to see what they did.
Wait, Doctor. Aren't we meant to be saving my family? Not finding out how pigeons made those other creatures extinct?
Well, yes, but...
Hey guys, look at that. Over there.
They looked at where Mark was pointing. In the distance, the group could see something rising out of the water. It broke the water's surface and showed a brilliant display of rainbow-colored scales on an animal which looked a lot like both a squid and a dinosaur. The Doctor got out his sonic and began to scan it as it went below the water once more.
What was that?
It looked beautiful.
My sonic says it doesn't exist on the Universal Species Index. Well, discovering a new species. You don't see that every day.
So what does that mean?
You two, with me.
The Doctor ran up to the console and put his sonic in the port on the console. Info on the creature he just scanned came up.
What we need to do is add this species to the index.
So what does that involve?
Saying where it came from, inputting its biology, which I have on my sonic, and also naming it.
We get to name it.
That's so cool.
Yes, I've named many species in my time, so I'll be leaving the naming up to you two.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay, well, where to start? Maybe we could base the name on how it looked?
That would make sense. A lot of animals are named like that.
So, do you want to go first?
Sure. Did either of you think it looked like a squid?
I thought it looked like a dinosaur. You know those little T-Rex things?
I was thinking a bit of both, with a pretty rainbow colour.
Remember that beautiful rainbow nebula outside the window of that hospital?
Ravia 7?
Yes. Maybe we can mix the words. Ravia, dinosaur and squid.
I like that.
So something like Ravo Squid?
No, maybe a Ravisaur?
How about Ravidino?
Yes, I love that.
Done. Added to the Universal Species Index. Ravidino.
So cool that we got to name a new species. I want to do it again.
Well, we could go back out there and wait for another creature. Most animals and plants out there are probably not on the index quite yet.
But how about my family? We need to save them.
Oh, it's fine. I have a time machine. We won't be wasting any time species spotting and...
But how long until we get involved in some silly adventure again? You seem to attract danger, Doctor. If we go species spotting now, then something might go wrong. I might never come back through those doors.
Ray, don't say that. I would never let anything...
Once I know my family is safe, there won't be anything for me to worry about.
I think that's fair. Can always come back and do this another time.
I don't know.
What? You don't know? This is my family we're talking about.
Doctor, I don't think you're being fair.
Fine.
Usually, you put up more of a fight.
I mean, we have gone on like 8 adventures before you even agreed to do this. Not including that argument with Newton.
You're right. Ray's been waiting a really long time for this. Me being selfish and wanting her to stick around just isn't fair. It's a natural human instinct for her to want to be with her family.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is, you'll be leaving us. Is that right? We'll go to your family, save them from the Cybermen, go somewhere like, well, I don't know, Vabish, Dojon, one of the many safe planets in the 7 systems, and drop you off to have a happy and normal life.
You don't want Ray to travel with us anymore?
No. Ray doesn't want to travel with us, Mark. She only did to become human once more so that she could save her family. That's fair. She never asked to be involved in all these wacky adventures.
Ray, is that true? Ray, this is where you prove him wrong.
I can't. He's right. I never asked for this. I just came along thinking that it would be relatively straightforward to fix me and save my family. I guess not. In a way, I'm glad it wasn't so easy. It meant I got to see things like that beautiful nebula, name a creature, and have amazing friends. Who knows? When my family is saved and we're all taken somewhere safe, I may join you on adventures from time to time, but not straight away.
I totally get that. It can be a lot to take in, especially when it's been so long since you've even talked to your family.
Yes, Ray, just do whatever feels right.
Thank you. So much.
The doctor goes to pull his sonic out of the port, but he slips and it falls to the floor.
Oh, let me just pick that up. Mark, you don't mind if someone else joins us while Ray is away, do you?
No, not at all. Who is it?
Sky, you know, the one that brought the TARDIS to Earth using the key I gave her?
Oh, yeah.
The doctor stood back up, tucking something into his pocket. Suddenly, all went dark, except the monitors, which showed various readings in Gallifreyan writing.
What's happening?
Well, the controls don't work.
Oh, not again. I swear this machine hates me. Unless you did something, Doctor?
No! Why would you even say that? Look, she's an old machine. There's probably just a wire loose or something.
A wire? In a machine as powerful as this?
She's sensitive. Well, I mean, it could be that, or...
What?
Well, it could be something wrong with the TARDIS, or something wrong with wherever we've landed. Oh, let's have a look around. One more adventure as a group?
Oh no, we are not going out there. The only time I am stepping out of this TARDIS is when my family is there.
We could already be where your family is. Look, how about this? Mark, I doubt the problem with the TARDIS is that severe. If you could stay behind and check the console for anything you think is off and fix it, that'd be great.
Why me? And if I did fix it, how would I tell you if you're outside?
You've fixed the HS transmission many times, and not to mention that brilliant show with the slow transmission wave when we were stuck in that unit base. And how to keep in contact. Oh!
The doctor took his sonic out of his poncho pocket and then ran up to Ray. He shuffled through her bag, taking out a pair of shades. He scanned the monitor, then the shades. The view on the monitor changed to the perspective of the shades.
There. Not only can you now keep an eye on our every move, but you can talk to us.
Hang on. Us? I never agreed to this.
So you'd rather stay here and help him with fixing the TARDIS? Do you know how to do that?
No.
Well, neither do I.
Then wouldn't you rather come out here with me and have one last adventure? Come on.
It's your choice, Ray.
Fine. I'll go. Just don't let anything go wrong.
That's never happened before.
Are you sure? Really? Let's see. The entire population of a planet of humans got converted into killer robots. Nothing went wrong there, surely. Oh, how about those piranha shadows that possessed me and ate 3 people? Nothing could have gone wrong there either. And not to mention...
Okay, you've made your point. Look, this time, you have my word. Nothing, and I mean nothing, will go wrong.
The doctor and Ray exit the TARDIS. They found themselves in a room, dark, and the walls made out of rusted metal. On the far side of the room were some shelves with food piled high.
Wow, it's dark in here.
Ray, I think there's a torch in your bag somewhere. I think I put one in there.
You really have to stop going through my bag.
Ray reached into her bag and brought out a torch. She turned it on. Ray went up to the shelves, whilst the doctor looked at the walls.
Crackers, honey, canned food, everything that lasts a long time.
Like whoever is here wants to stay wherever here is for a long time. These walls wouldn't take much beating to crumble. Seeing as they're made of metal makes me think they aren't meant to be like that. They're meant to hold a lot of force. In the vacuum of space, maybe?
Seems abandoned.
Exactly.
So, Doctor, where should I start with fixing the console?
Oh, right. You can hear Mark, right, Ray?
Loud and clear.
Mark, on the side of the console there should be a little knob. Just pull it and it should open up to the inside of the console.
Oh, yep. Thanks, Doc.
Right? Come on. Maybe we can find some answers somewhere in this place.
The doctor and Ray exited the room, and the pair found themselves now in a corridor.
So, Doctor, where do you think we've landed?
I don't know. But I don't like it. Don't you get the overwhelming feeling of utter dread? Sadness, maybe?
Let's just say I don't get a great feeling from this place.
The question is whether to trust those feelings or discard them as utter nonsense.
Hey, Doctor, look down there. There's some light. Let's see what it is.
The pair walk down the corridor and find themselves staring out of a window showing where they were.
We are at the bottom of the ocean.
Don't you think there's something missing?
The fish? Where are they?
I don't know. But it's strange, don't you think? Mark, are you getting this?
Hang on. I have my head in the console. Wow. It sure is dark in there, Doctor. You don't think...
No, Mark. There's no Vashta Nerada here. It's perfectly safe. If there wasn't, I don't think Ray and I would be here by now, would you? Now, pressure differences can make some of the gravitational resistors blow while trying to keep the pressure of the inside of the TARDIS habitable for us, as well as trying to keep the outside of the TARDIS intact. Check them out if you can.
I don't know what they look like.
Surely had some on the HS transmission, those small black cylinder-looking things?
Okay, I'll check them out.
Ever since I was a child, I have always wanted to go scuba diving. The ocean, it's just so amazing. You know, scientists of Earth had explored space more than they knew about the oceans of their own planet. Doesn't that make you think that the oceans are just so...
mysterious. Yes. But think about it. There's a lot of space, a lot more to explore. Large masses which have strange chemical constructions spaced out between voids of dark emptiness. Wouldn't that make it just as mysterious?
I mean, I would guess so. But the chances of discovering life at the bottom of the seas of a habitable planet is so much higher than finding it on some random planet. Isn't life the main mystery of the universe?
That is correct. Something that no one...
What was that?
The pair look towards the sound, and around the corner of the corridor, they see a box on the wall, which every so often flashed as sparks came out of it. The doctor went up to it, taking out his sonic.
It's an energy box. Really damaged. Almost like something got bashed into it. Hang on. Here's a HO to O square converter.
Which means...
This tiny component, this tiny, broken component, powered by this broken energy box, is converting water to oxygen to make this place breathable.
Which means, if it and the box supplying it energy is broken, how can we be breathing?
Usually in this case I just put it down to TARDIS's air bubble, but the bubble doesn't extend this far. So, we are breathing impossibly.
How does that make sense?
Maybe there's another converter and energy box somewhere around here?
Well then, wouldn't some lights be on?
I would have thought so. That would make... Hang on. What's this? What a strange little component.
What is it?
I don't know. That's why I said what a strange little component.
You can't even have a guess.
It looks like a pulsulator. Something which stores electricity and, either under a timer or with a button press, discharges all at once, creating one big electrical current. But it can't be, right?
What would be the point of that when you're powering lights and creating air? It's not like you will need lights to flash on suddenly, or have a puff of air. You need constants of both.
Exactly. Oh, this box is full of surprises. I could sit here all day and look through this energy box if it wasn't so damaged. Well, come on, let's keep looking. Well, oh.
Are you okay?
Yeah. There seems to be something here. I don't really know what it is because it's so dark, but...
Oh my god. It's a person. I think they're dead.
What? Oh dear. Is tripping on them disrespectful in some way? If so, sorry.
Doctor, there's a dead person here. Have a bit of respect.
What?
Ray kneeled down. The person's face smiled manically and crazily. Ray noticed the woman's left hand was missing, and in its place was a charred stump.
So, you said the energy box was damaged, right? Like something had been bashed into it?
Yeah?
I think this person punched the box. Why look so happy about it?
I don't know. Reminds me of tetanus. Would make sense with a place as rusted as this. Death by cardiac arrest and burning. But no tetanus. Which means they were happy to go. They died smiling. Must have had to go through quite a lot to want to do this to themselves. At least a death like this was somewhat quick.
Doctor, there's a note sticking out of her top pocket. For Jonah, from Sarah.
Ray stood up and put the note in her bag.
What are you doing?
We may find the person this note is for. If we don't, we can use the TARDIS to track them down. Either way, this woman, Sarah, wanted this to be given to Jonah. I just don't get it. What would make them do this?
Maybe just being at the bottom of the ocean. No family to go to, no friends to have fun with. The feeling of being trapped with no love, no joy. Puts into perspective how you must feel when travelling with us.
What do you mean? Why are you bringing that up now? I feel nothing like that.
That want to constantly see your family but being denied it. By me. I'm sorry. This was a bad idea. Let's just go back to TARDIS and help your family.
But it's broken. And what do you mean by bad idea? This doesn't make any...
No. I will not stand it!
Come on.
The doctor and Ray run back down the corridor towards the TARDIS to see someone, hands on head, pulling at their hair, standing further down the corridor near the door to the room the TARDIS was in. The doctor and Ray stand a distance from them, suspicious.
Hey there. What's your name?
The noises. Those noises. So loud, like a drum. Beating on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
Like a drum. Your name. Tell me your name.
Threats and anguish and suffering. Pain and anger and loneliness bundle up into one noise that drones on and on for your lifetime. Never ending. Never stopping.
Who are you?
Doctor, why are you...
You don't understand. If this is the person I think it is, then we are all in big...
I'm Oliver. Oliver Black.
Oh. Well, that's okay then.
Who are you?
We are here to help. Are you okay?
You don't hear them yet, do you? The noises.
What noises? Tell me about them.
Have you ever heard a scream so blood-curdling that you would rather be suffering the way they do when you hear it?
Well, no,
Yes. I have.
It's a noise with the emotion of that, but is an indescribable amount of times more intense than that noise could ever close to being. It's thousands of painful emotions wrapped up into one. constant sound that just has to stop.
Is this how people have been dying? We just saw someone down there. Sarah.
Oh, her brother's not gonna be pleased. Not pleased at all. You know, the noises infect everyone. They do eventually. Everyone has to succumb to them. At first, you hear them. Dismiss them. Think you're alright, but you're not. Think they'll just build more and more and more and more until you're where I am. Where Sarah is.
No. What happened to Sarah is not going to happen to you.
Suddenly, Oliver ran into the room the TARDIS was in. He closed the door and turned the locking wheel tight. The Doctor and Ray ran the rest of the way down the corridor, and they both tried to open it. They looked through the window and saw Oliver taking items off the shelves.
It's not working. He's locked it too tight.
And I can't use my sonic on this type of lock. Oliver! Oliver, let us in!
Tell Mark.
Suddenly, Oliver lifted up the now empty shelves and began throwing them towards the wall.
Uh-oh. Mark! Mark!
Land. Land.
Is he answering?
No!
Mark! Answer us right now!
To be free will be the best time of my life. The best!
Oliver, listen to me. You don't have to do this. Stop.
Do you really think constantly throwing those shelves against the wall will break it?
I guarantee it. Those walls are way too rusted. The walls are probably only just keeping the water out.
I thought it would do... I just didn't want to believe it. Oh my god! Oliver! Stop!
Mark, answer us. Answer us.
Finally, I'll be free from these sounds. Free from the torture that other person's suffering. Free of the constant droning of anguish. Free!
Oliver stepped aside, putting the shelves down. The Doctor and Ray saw that a hole had been created in the wall and water was leaking from it. A crack in the rusted metal walls was beginning to form.
This can't be happening. It can't.
Mark! Help us!
Suddenly, water flooded the room, and as it did, the TARDIS, Oliver, and the room was sucked out into the distant ocean. As Ray and the Doctor's only way of escape disappeared, the Doctor collapsed to the floor, his hand shooting to his head.
Those noises.
What? The TARDIS is gone, and you want to talk about...
No. You don't... Oh! Oh, wow. That is something.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know, but it's awful. The pain, the sadness, the loneliness. I understand Oliver's actions now. I understand. It's so sad to have a life like this.
Right. We're getting you help. Now.
And that's how we ended up here. It was weird. The closer I came to here, the more the noises seemed to quieten. Which is why we ended up here.
My sister.
So, you landed in the ship in the food storage room. Did you get any food?
No. Sorry. Although...
The Doctor brought out a packet containing 2 waffles.
Always handy to carry around some snacks. Waffle, anyone?
That won't last us a day. We're going to starve here. Hang on. You said you connected your glass to your ship. Is there any way you could bring your ship here using the glasses?
Well, no. Although...
I think the fact that my son is dead eclipses all of that.
And my sister?
I'm sorry. Really sorry. It shouldn't have happened to them.
Hang on. Wait. That's your name. Eclipse.
Is it? Well, I couldn't care less. My son, he's dead, and you didn't stop him from killing himself.
We had no idea.
We never knew he would do that.
After you saw Sarah...
I did.
What?
Sarah said she wanted to try and hook the main energy box to the energy box in here to supply power to this room for a lifetime. When she never came back and the corridor lights died, we, Oliver and I, thought the worst. Actually, we suspected exactly what had happened. That she had, well...
What are you trying to tell me, Jonah?
Oliver wanted me to go and see what happened to Sarah, and on the way to get food, I wanted him to do it. In the end, he gave in. He was a kind sort, never wanting to make a fuss. But in doing so, I forced him out there. I forced him to...
You forced my son to his death?
I was terrified to go out of those doors. Everyone who did never came back.
You coward! You should have gone with him! With the two of you there, he may not have died. But no, you just had to be selfish, didn't you?
Stop arguing. Look, Eclipse, I am so sorry about your son, but he is gone. We cannot do anything about it.
If you want to get out of here, you need to work as a group, whether you like each other or not. That's why we're telling you everything that happened whilst we've been here, and are hoping you'll do the same for us. Maybe if we can compile all the information we have gathered, we can work out what the hell is happening here.
My son trusted him! Jonah is the reason Oliver joined Freedom for All, eh?
Eclipse, you can talk about that as much as you want when we get out of here. For now, let's work on getting out. Has anyone got any information that could be helpful? Any memories that are coming back?
Freedom for All. I'm starting to remember. That was the group I joined to try and find you and Sarah. Jonah, please. I have searched for both of you for so long. Tell me what the note says. Tell me Sarah's last words.
You don't want to read them, Star. They weren't her last words. It was that bloody craziness talking. Trust me, it wasn't her.
But...
I want you to remember her as our sister, not some crazed woman.
Freedom for All. That's the campaign for equal working rights, correct? Why don't you... What is that bumping?
I don't feel anything.
Probably some symptom of hearing that noise. So, Star, tell me about when you joined Freedom for All. You might remember how you got here.
Yes, right. Well, it had taken me only 6 months to get to the top of the campaign group. It was on its knees after Jonah, Sarah, and Oliver disappeared. In order to prove myself and Eclipse as worthy leaders, we planned to sneak into the government building with a recorder and record a meeting we expected would be happening involving the miners.
Eclipse, this way. I hear something.
Eclipse and Star snuck through lavish corridors and went up to a door, open a slight amount. Star got a recorder out of her pocket and pressed the play button.
Mum, we have to stop this now. People are dying. Killing themselves.
In what way?
Well, we have received disturbing recordings from our research, which, thank you, Mum, for allowing us to do. Each one of them says they hear this noise, this awful noise. 3 people were murdered last week because one subject went completely mad. They are destroying the mining base.
So?
The efficiency of the job will go down. The efficiency. With less workers, we will have less oil, less energy to power the city, and with a worse base.
Okay. Here's what we'll do. Leave it. If they destroy the base, fine. If they kill themselves, fine. We will just rebuild the base and bring in more orphans, homeless, or those idiots at that Freedom for All group. As long as the creature is never disturbed.
Creature? What creature?
Star!
Star turned around. Behind them was a large man looking over them. He grabbed the pair and pushed them into the room. Everyone, around 10 people, was sitting around a large table, and 2 scientists that were standing in front of a board. All looked up, surprised.
Oh, hello. Who do we have here? Not more skulkers, I hope.
I'm afraid so, ma'am.
And we were doing so well. 7 months without a single intruder. Let me guess. Freedom for all?
You force homeless, innocent children, people who have already had bad enough lives, into a worse fate than they could ever imagine, into slavery! There's no reward, no enjoyment, just punishment in labor. And somehow, you think enslaving people to do the hardest jobs is the way to run a country?
And who made you think they were forced into slavery? Look, I will do you a favor. You can leave scot-free if you just leave us and never come back. This is a very, very important meeting we're having here. One that could interrupt the privileged lives I have given to you and every other citizen.
And in what way exactly does a mining base full of suicidal and insane people count as important to you? You don't care about them. You're just wanting to see how efficient you can make this deluded scheme.
It's temporary until the Dyson swarm is put into place. Now, I would leave right now if I were you. You don't want to have the same fate as your leader. What was his name? Jonah! I think it was Jonah, wasn't it?
Where is he?
Oh, you know him, don't you?
Keep away from me.
Yes, I see it now. He's related to you. Sister of his, maybe? You have the same fire in his and Sarah's eyes. Same nose. Oh, and the same squeezable cheeks. And you?
She moves over to Eclipse. He straightens up.
No need to be all formal with me. We aren't at war anymore. Or were you trying to be intimidating? Just like, yes, Oliver. Now who is he to you?
Where is he?
Where is my brother and sister?
You won't leave until I take you to them, right? Are you sure you want that?
Where are they?
All right, that makes things easier for me. Gets you out of my hair, out of my meeting, among other things. Seb, take them to the car. You know the one. Take them to their family.
But ma'am,
Seb.
Yes, ma'am. Come along, you two.
Remember, you two, if you work, you won't get punished.
Yes, that's right. We went in the car. It filled up with gas when he started the engine and we were knocked clean out.
That's when we woke up here.
You had to record, weren't you?
No. My pockets are empty.
Ray noticed the doctor had opened the packet of waffles and had begun to eat them. She took them off him and threw them into the oil in the center of the room.
Hey!
Careful.
Listen to what Star has to say, Doctor.
I did!
We thought we were going to be taken to our families.
But you have.
I didn't want to meet you like this. Not in a place where we have to work for the rest of our lives. Not in a place that killed my sister. Not in a place where... Wait. If you work, you won't get punished. I heard the noise outside this room, but Jonah didn't. He's been doing work, and I haven't. That's what those noises are. Noises created by the government. That's why we can't hear them outside of this room.
But why a sound? It doesn't make any sense. Just make people work instead of making the workers want to kill themselves.
Yes, I agree. It does sound very, very far-fetched. But the government making people work to get fuel does support the fact they do very devious things and lie to the public, so why not this? Hang on, yes! It's the correct year. The correct place.
What?
Muto. The government is working with Muto. The teleporters that have been invented in this time are short-distance ones. Anything with a long distance, for instance from the bottom of the sea to the centre of New London, has major repercussions. So, how else have they been able to teleport without repercussions? It's the Cybermen boosting their technological advancements. The government get more technology, Muto and his cyber pals get a higher social standing, and therefore more people go to get the body transfiguration procedure.
But Mark didn't hear any noises on the ship he was on, did he? He hasn't mentioned any anyway.
Yes. You're right there.
Hang on. Your friend, Mark. He will be okay, right?
I'm sure of it. The TARDIS will keep him safe.
No, that's not it. Not that either. Ugh, so many damn wires.
Mark had his head in the TARDIS console and was checking each individual wire, trying to find the gravitational resistor the doctor had told him about.
It's got to be here somewhere. But, hang on, what's this? Seems to be 2 wires that lead to nothing, to absolutely nothing. Oh, why? Wow, it's cold out here. Air's a bit thick too. Maybe the TARDIS can't supply air and heat because the power's out? That's fine. Better open the door to let some air in quick.
Mark got up and went to the door. He opened it. His mouth dropped when he saw where the TARDIS was. He was at the bottom of the ocean. Surrounding him was floating debris, and in the distance was a base where he had presumably come from.
Right. This really isn't good. Not good at all.
He ran up to the monitor and grabbed it, shaking it. He saw the display on the monitor was static.
Doctor? Ray? Doctor? No. Okay. Stay calm. Don't use any more oxygen than you need to. Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's completely, utterly fine.
He noticed the wires he had brought out of the console and grabbed them, putting them together.
Wait. It's nothing to do with the gravitational resistors. It's something else. A missing component, maybe? Putting these wires together is shorting the system out. Yes! Okay, I know this is a temporary solution because the wires will slowly heat up, but I need to solder them together. Otherwise, I will either die of suffocation or freeze to death. Not to mention the outside won't be able to keep out the water. I think the doctor keeps spare sonics in a storage unit at the base of the central column. I can use that to solder the wires.
Well, if you think Mark is going to be okay, I'm sure he will. The TARDIS hasn't let us down that badly before.
Maybe, instead of talking about people who could be dead, we could focus on the people that are most definitely alive now. You basically said that to me when I talked about my son.
Right.
So, you think Cybermen created these noises? Or at least helped the government implement them into the base?
Yes, it's the only explanation.
Well, I was a Cyberman for, well, what felt like forever. I felt no emotion, had no thought, nothing. These noises you described to me, Doctor, the noises Oliver heard, they seem to have so much emotion, so much pain. Do you really think that's something Cybermen are capable of producing?
Doctor?
Ray, this is why I never wanted you to leave the TARDIS. You are an utter genius! It was so obvious, yet not. This has to be something else. You're right. The emotion in the sound is too powerful. Has anyone else here heard the sound?
I have.
Anyone else? No? Okay. Star, what were you doing when you heard the noise?
Well, I was looking out of the window. I had just found out where we were. I just found out we were at the bottom of the sea.
And I heard it when I lost my ship. Can't be something as simple as looking at the sea, because Ray looked too and nothing happened to her. That's it! The sound is the sound of everlasting dread, sorrow, suffering, loneliness. Star, you and I must have had our emotions line up with those contained within the sound.
Well, why didn't I hear it? I've been feeling those emotions ever since I got here. I ran out there to stop Star from staying out there too long.
You've been in this room. For some reason that stops the sounds. Working on why that is still. But when you left, you weren't feeling anything. All that was on your mind was saving your sister.
How about your friend?
Yes. That confuses me.
I didn't feel anything like that. Obviously, I was a little anxious watching the TARDIS float away, but most of what I felt was hope. Hope that, like always, you, Doctor, could find a way to get us out of these terrible, almost impossible to get out of situations. I knew that, at the end of all this, you and I would get out of this okay. Did I go on too long?
No, not at all. Do that more often, I like the praise. Oh, there it is again. The bump. This room's really strange, isn't it? Ray noticed almost as soon as we got in here how hot it was. Have any of you realised where that's coming from?
What are you on about?
Everyone, Feel the walls, feel the floor. What can you tell me?
The heat is coming from the floor.
And no oil soup I know creates heat. So, what's creating it?
Careful! It's sensitive stuff.
Just as I thought. Not oil at all. More akin to squid ink, except with a few more hydrocarbons. Which is what creates the energy. This oil is not something that just seeps out of the planet like it is. It's something else. Something I think is related to the noises. Jonah, you said earlier that your sister, your other sister, wanted to link the corridor energy box to the one in here. Where's the one in here? I never got to examine the one in the corridor as it was too damaged.
Just over there.
Ah, thank you. Now, just as I thought. Two things wrong with the energy box. First thing is the HO to O square converter.
The thing that converts water to oxygen. What's wrong with it?
It's a smart component. Turns off if the room is saturated enough with oxygen, making for more efficient energy usage. Thing is, it's off. Usually we would see it turn on and off constantly trying to stabilise the oxygen levels, but something is supplying the room with oxygen already.
The oil, maybe? Maybe it excretes oxygen gas.
No, my sonic didn't pick up the slightest whiff of oxygen in that oil.
So, we're gonna rely on some stupid wand?
The second thing wrong with the energy box is the pulsulator that's inside of it. Seems to be taking electricity down, below the base. There are no lower levels to this place, right?
No.
Thought not. I think that whatever's creating this oil is supplying the room with oxygen too. In return for electricity, maybe? I need to see where this oil's coming from. But my sonic won't have a chance scanning through as much oil as that. Does anyone know how far the oil goes?
No clue.
Mind if I borrow that shovel?
Are you planning to help?
Nope.
The doctor took the shovel and put it down the hole of oil, as Jonah carried on working away. The shovel went down halfway before stopping on something.
Yes. I can get my hand down there and scan whatever is down there.
Are you sure you want to?
Unless you have a better idea.
Well...
Now then. Time to stick my hand in this stuff. No matter how much I don't want to.
The doctor rolled up his sleeve and reached down, sonic in hand, into the liquid. A second later, he took both out and wiped the sonic screen.
Well? What does it say?
It's taking a second. It's probably something it doesn't detect very often. Like maybe a...
Are you okay?
Doctor? What is it?
A creature. A living creature. This all makes sense now. The bumps I was feeling were heartbeats. The heat from the floor is its body temperature.
What creature? Are we in danger?
Yes, that's a good point. Doctor, what is it?
Ravidino.
That beautiful creature is being used for oil.
Not just used. That pulsulator is torturing that creature, constantly shocking it. Not only that, everyone here saw the outside, didn't they? We're on flat ground. This creature, this poor, poor thing, is underneath, trapped, underground, constantly being stressed through being shocked and being trapped. What does the squid do when it's stressed? Expel ink to escape predators. This is the ink of this creature, being used as fuel.
So those noises are this creature?
Like whales, I guess these creatures communicate with noises over long distances. Difference is, they use telepathic means. This creature must have been suffering so much. So much. To the point where they just interrupt not only their own species' brainwaves, but every other species just to ask for help. No wonder there was no sea life outside. No wonder people killed themselves. No soul wanted to hear how much this creature was suffering.
Why can't we hear the noises in this room?
It's like the eye of the storm. The closer we get, the more intense the sounds get, to the point where our brains just can't process the noises it's picking up. Not even mine.
How about the air in this place? How is it appearing?
This is just a guess, but I think it's coming from the creature. I don't know how. Maybe it works like a HO to O square converter. Inhales water, exhales oxygen to this hole where the ink comes from. Obviously, just a theory.
How? Is it still alive?
Probably gets nutrients from the spaces around it, from the minerals in the soil and the sea.
So how do we help it?
If it's been under the seafloor for this long, the muscles it has must have atrophied. There's no way it can swim. There's only one thing we can do.
What?
Do to it what the people in this base did to themselves.
We're going to kill it?
Once I figure out a way to get the TARDIS here, I'll be blowing up the base. It'll hopefully be as quick a death as it can be.
So we can be saved?
If I can get the TARDIS here, yes.
And the noises will stop? I will never have to hear them again?
Hopefully. If I'm right, no one will have to suffer, apart from the person who authorised this to happen.
So how are we going to get the TARDIS back?
Don't be angry at me.
Why would I...
When I dropped my Sonic, I took a component from the TARDIS.
What?
Well, I did have it.
You mean you've lost it? We are stuck here.
That wasn't in the plan.
So you mean to tell me you broke the TARDIS on purpose to make us land here? You realise, because of your selfishness and need to go on all these stupid adventures, you have basically killed us all.
Sorry.
Sorry? Sorry? Is that the best you can do?
Well, what else am I meant to do? I wanted one last trip with you before you had to go. This was the most convincing story I could come up with.
You are a liar, Doctor. Not only that, a selfish one. You should...
Stop! Please, stop. You said yourself that we need to work together to get out of here. Look, I saw something drop out of your pocket when you first got here, Doctor. I kept it safe. Is this it?
This is it. Thank you, Star. Thank you. It's a Frigidor connector. Stops the wires connecting to it from overheating and melting. The wires in question are those that connect to the console room directly to the TARDIS's main power source.
You got lucky, Doctor. Very lucky. We could have lost it somewhere down the corridor, and then what would have happened? All because you got selfish. All because you lied to me.
Ah, but you said yourself I can get us in bad situations, but I can also get us out.
And you really think I still agree to that? After what you have done?
Well, no. But if I hadn't have done this, then I wouldn't have been able to save these three lovely people.
Thanks.
Have you even thought about the situation you have left Mark in? I don't know how the TARDIS works, but I would guess that without power to the console room, there is going to be no heat, no air, nothing.
That's true. But remember when you told me I always get us involved in a bunch of silly adventures?
Many times.
Well, because of that, I left Mark there as a bit of a backup in case things did go wrong. What I'm hoping is that by now, Mark has worked out that you can put the two wires connecting to this component together to give the console room power. Now, the TARDIS won't be able to fly, but it will be doing emergency checks, scanning the area for its missing component.
How are you going to get your machine here if it can't fly?
Well, much like a lot of devices now, each TARDIS has many assigned components which can only be used in my specific TARDIS. This is one of those. Once the TARDIS has made a wireless connection with the component, I should be able to get information of the location of the TARDIS off of the component and plug it into the teleporter. Then it should be able to teleport this component to the TARDIS, and hopefully Mark can connect this component to the TARDIS and fly it to us. He's flown it many times before.
How do we know your ship and that component has made a wireless connection?
I don't. I just keep scanning this component with my Sonic until it detects something.
Okay, but wireless connections are notoriously bad in water.
But this is a TARDIS.
So, shouldn't it have found something by now?
Yes. You're right.
So we're stuck here. Great.
Hang on, Jonah. What was that thing you said about the glasses he was wearing?
What, when I asked him if he could bring his machine here using the glasses?
Oh my. That is brilliant! Oh, Star, if I hadn't already got someone in mind to travel with me, I'd let you travel with me easily.
Thanks?
The doctor ran up to the energy box, grabbing a clump of wires.
You don't mind me taking these wires, do you?
Yes, I do.
All that will happen is the lights will go out. Don't worry, Jonah.
I don't like it.
Whoops. Too late. Right, the torch.
Ray turned on the torch, and the group saw the doctor connecting these wires to the glasses and the TARDIS component. The doctor then began taking apart the teleporter.
Hey, what are you doing? You have work to do.
You don't still believe that you'll start hearing those noises if we stop working, right? Relax. And anyway, If it doesn't work, I'll put everything back to how it was.
The doctor attached the wires to the teleporter, creating a circuit between the teleporter, glasses, and TARDIS component. He then places the TARDIS component on the teleporter.
So, how does this work?
Well, this teleporter, the TL-34, has a circuit board which talks to the teleporter every time it gets turned on. The wires I've soldered into the teleporter intercept that and instead check for location information, wireless locations, to be sent to it from the shades and the Frigidor connector, which have a boosted signal strength when they are wired together. When the shades, or the component, finds the TARDIS, it sends that location to the teleporter and powers it up, teleporting the component to the TARDIS. Easy, really?
For you, maybe.
Have you forgotten that the teleporter has no power because you destroyed the energy box?
I haven't destroyed the energy box. It's perfectly fixable. And anyway, there's power to the teleporter because the shades are powering the teleporter.
So what do we do now?
We wait.
Wait? For what? Look, I'm sorry, Doctor, if that even is your real name, but I really don't believe you. You say you have some sort of ship which can get us out of here, but really, how believable does that sound? Not only that, you two just appeared from the dark out of nowhere. I've never seen you on the space before, and now you just expect us to believe you? Especially when the pair of you can't even trust yourselves? And a creature? Really? You think a creature is doing this? Okay then, let's say you're alright. How the hell did it get stuck underground?
I don't know.
Accept it, everyone. You guys are stuck down here forever.
Have a bit of hope, Jonah. You're right, this may not work. The doctor may be wrong, but how else can you explain all these noises?
This is the government wanting to do this to us. They want to hide us away down here, killing us off, then replacing the workers to sift through the oil and teleport it up. It's a punishment for looking into what the government is up to. Accept it, everyone. We were sent down here to die. We are.
Well, let's just see about that, shall we?
Right. And there. It won't last long. 2 minutes at most. Damn, it's cold here.
As he tucked the sonic screwdriver he had found, the Eighth Doctor's sonic, into his pocket, he watched as the wires he had just connected began to glow a dull red. That's when he noticed the static on the monitor clear slightly, showing an image of the Doctor up close, wiring something up.
Doctor! Doctor! Hey! Hey, can you hear me? Incoming teleportation. Do I accept? It's gotta be something to do with the Doctor, right? Yeah. I accept. Please, just accept. How do I, TARDIS, can you hear me? Accept the teleportation request. Please, I don't know how. Look, I know you don't like me, but I am not the one in trouble. They are. They're stranded on a... Oh. Thanks.
Mark runs to the door of the TARDIS. On the floor, there's component. He picks it up and looks at the wires coming out of it.
The missing component! Ha!
He runs back to the console and takes the Eighth Doctor's sonic out of his pocket. He begins to unsolder the wires he had wired together.
Burns.
The wires fall apart, and he quickly attaches the component to the wires.
Right. Now then. Time to fly the TARDIS, like I've done that before. Right? It can't be that hard, right? So, would this work? TARDIS, I need your help. Right, these pads. From when me and the Doctor first met. He placed a pig's hooves on this part of the console and it told you where the pig wanted to go. Could you do the same thing with me? Great. Well, I will take it that you said yes.
He places his hands on the pads and closes his eyes.
All right. I want to go to the Doctor and Ray. I want to go to the Doctor and Ray. I want to go to the Doctor and Ray. I want to go to the Doctor and Ray.
Well, it could have gone to wherever the oil goes.
But the doctor said he intercepted the thingy. Whatever he said.
There's literally no way that could have happened. It has to go to the TARDIS. Come on, Mark. Come on.
I don't think it's coming.
Amazing! Jonah was right! We are dead!
I guess I better start putting everything back to normal and thinking of another way to get out of here then.
Hey! What's that noise?
The TARDIS! It's coming!
What?
So we can get out of here?
Yes! Come on, old girl. Come on.
Suddenly, a faint image of the blue box began to form in front of the group. They all looked shocked as the TARDIS materialized and landed in the center of the room.
What the hell is that?
My TARDIS! The thing that's gonna get us out of here.
Oh, great. Oh, I made it. Whew, I was so worried I wouldn't. Hey, guys.
Hey, you did a great job, Mark. Everyone, inside. Now.
In there?
Oh, just get in. It's bigger than you think it is.
Everyone entered the box, one by one, leaving the doctor and Ray outside. Ray noticed the doctor's anxious face.
You coming?
Have you forgotten what I have to do now?
Oh, right. Just do it quick.
Is that it? Is that all you're going to give me?
You want me to be sympathetic after you not only lied to me, but forced me into many adventures that I never wanted to go on?
It wasn't always my fault.
How can I believe you now, Doctor? After today? Look, make sure the Ravadino doesn't suffer and take me to save my family.
Repairing this and shorting the pulsulator back into the energy box should do it. It should create too much power all in one go so that the box explodes, which should combust the oil and make that explode. Ravadino, I'm so sorry.
All right, that makes things easier for me. Gets you out of my hair, out of my meeting, among other things. Seb, take them to the car. You know the one. Take them to their family.
But ma'am,
Seb.
Yes, ma'am. Come along, you two.
Remember, you two, if you work, you won't get punished. Worker issue solved, boys.
You really think that 2 extra workers who could kill themselves at any time will do anything?
Every little helps. Now, who said that? Doesn't matter. Scientist, get on with your presentation.
Well,
Well?
what is that noise?
Sorry?
Don't you hear that?
Suddenly, paper started to fly across the table. Wind began to blow in the room. The people around the table looked at each other, terrified.
What's going on?
Do you hear it?
Yes, what is it?
People around the table started to get up and leave out of fear. The 2 scientists started packing away their things.
Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? Get back here. This is a meeting we are having.
Who would want to stay for this? What even is this?
The scientist ran off, and just as he did, a blue box started fading into view on the table.
What the...
Hello? President Blueson, I presume.
How did you...
This is a TARDIS. A machine that travels through time and space.
Don't be stupid. Guards! Guards!
Everyone?
Everyone exited the TARDIS and joined the doctor on the table. Blueson looked at Star, Jonah, and Eclipse in shock. The doctor hopped off the table and walked behind Blueson's chair.
Where are we? Where have you taken us?
Hello again.
But that's just impossible.
They're from hours, maybe even days into the future. You want that sort of technology, right? I know you've been getting help from a certain Mr. Muto, because how else were you able to teleport these 3 lovely people down to that base?
Who are you?
I'm the Doctor. I'm sure Mr. Muto has told you about me.
What's he got to do with...
I'm an alien from a different world. I'm offering you a chance to cut ties from him. A chance to boost technological growth of this planet exponentially. Don't you think time travel will be immensely powerful? Don't you want to know how to do it?
Why?
For the same reason you force these people to work hard and laborious jobs. For the people of New Earth. Now!
The doctor got out a metal plate and showed it to Blueson.
Doctor? What is that? What are you doing?
This is an iDrive. Usually it's used to help the wearer remember whatever they want forever. I've put plans and documentation about how to build a machine like mine, all very easy to understand, on the iDrive. All you have to do is place this on either eye like an eye patch and feel the information flow into your head.
I should get this tested at the lab.
It's a one-time use. You don't want one of those scientists to steal your invention, do you?
The president snatches the iDrive and places it on her eye. The doctor smiles and walks over to the window, which opened out onto a balcony.
What is going on?
It's not doing anything.
Give it a second.
Oh, those noises. Is this how it feels? Is this the information?
Some information, yes. Maybe not the information I promised.
Doctor, you didn't.
Oh, Ray, yes I did.
What did you do? What? Oh, all the pain, the suffering.
She tried to pull the iDrive off her eye. Nothing worked. The iDrive was stuck.
Stop the noises!
Oh, this is brilliant. Definitely the punishment she deserves.
What's wrong with you two? You're torturing someone, Doctor. You're as bad as her.
She is barely even a person.
What's happening?
My sonic shades are very useful, you know. They can read my brainwaves in order to understand what I want them to do. Now, they recorded my brainwaves as I was hearing the sounds. Those horrible, horrible sounds.
The pain, the suffering, it's so much. Stop them!
That noise killed so many innocent people, which you forced into that place. That noise is the screams of the creature which you exploited for fuel.
What? That's awful.
You killed my son!
My sister!
And everyone on that base except us. Everyone is dead.
We saw that oil was rising to the surface of the ocean. We investigated. And we saw that thing was stuck, so that oil was a powerful source of energy. I knew instantly it was the perfect way to help the people.
Help the people? Help the people? How about all those that died? All those like my friend Mark who were forced into jobs they never wanted to do? This isn't for the people. It's for you.
I will stop it. I will free the creature. I will shut it all down. Just stop these noises. Please.
The creature's dead. The base is gone, all blown up. I had to kill the creature to stop it from suffering like many people in that base had to do to stop hearing the noises.
Doctor, stop! She's clearly suffered enough.
No, she deserves everything she gets. She has killed so many people, not just in this base, but in many others. President Blueson, I would say this is the end of your reign, wouldn't you?
The noises, they have to stop. I have to stop.
She got up and ran past the doctor, smashing through the window and toppling over the banister. Everyone got down off the table to join the doctor by the window.
You killed her!
I...
How could you do that?
She is the type of person to not listen to a word I've said. She doesn't care about anyone. Not the Ravadino, not the workers, just herself. She would have gone right back to torturing innocent souls as soon as I helped her get the iDrive off.
But Doctor, you're all about saving people's lives, yet you killed someone.
Anyone who tortures for gain and does it without a care in the world doesn't get my sympathy.
Wait. You didn't want her to go that far, did you? You just wanted to give her a taste for how it felt for all those people and that creature.
It's the lives of the many for the lives of the few.
That is exactly how she thought. She made the few, the orphans and the homeless. She made them suffer just so that everyone else can have a more luxurious life.
Don't you dare compare me to...
Doctor, people are staring at us. They're going to think we did it. That we killed her. What do we do?
We tell them what happened. What happened to you?
The doctor went up to the window, taking out his sonic screwdriver and shades. He pressed a button on the shades. A projection came from them and shined into the sky, showing images. He put his screwdriver in front of his mouth.
People of New London, have you been hearing rumours about enslaving people who, according to this government, don't have a place in society?
He nodded to Star and gave her his sonic to talk into.
Well, they are all true. All of them.
The images above show what these poor souls had to go through. On top of that, New Earth isn't using clean energy sources. Oh no, they've gone back to using oil.
This, everyone, this is why the president killed herself. These are things she's been trying to hide for her the entire time of her rule.
The working conditions that not just I, but many other people have had to go through, live their lives through, and eventually die too, are horrible even to step foot in. Imagine living your entire life, a life where you could achieve so much in these tiny little rooms, just working with no pay, just punishment.
She has killed countless people, namely my son, those two sisters, and many more people. Let's take the death of the president as a new chapter of New London's history.
No one deserves what she got.
Mark, do you want to say something?
Mark was looking at the crowd, shocked and panicked. In the distance, standing by the Muto building, were two people. The doctor looked over to where Mark was looking. He realized who they were, Mark and the doctor of the past. Their past selves walked towards the balcony, confused.
Oh my god.
Is that?
Yes.
Doctor? What's wrong?
But how is that possible?
What's happening?
They looked up in the sky at the noise. There was something behind the projection, behind the clouds. When they looked back at the doctor and Mark of the past, they were gone.
We've created a paradox. They are coming.